Good evening and welcome to another day. Thank you for joining the Beating COVID-19 um, webcast or vlog or whatever way you want to call it. Beating COVID-19 is why we are here. It's why we record every day. It's why we upload every day, because we are looking forward for the day when we can officially say we have beaten COVID-19. Today we're going to talk about a very famous topic. Very famous because it's something that's discussed very many times by very many people. And today we're going to talk about conspiracy theories. And we're going to list the conspiracy theories that have been associated with COVID-19, the pandemic. I'm adjusting something here. And because of that, it has led to a lot of people being misled by the very many conspiracy theories about COVID-19. So let's get started. So first of all, what's a conspiracy theory? A conspiracy theory is a belief that some covert but influential organization is behind or responsible for an unexplained event. So COVID-19 has very many conspiracy theories, and some are outright ridiculous, others are maybe believable, but more often than not, it's good to actually appreciate that the conspirators' minds are at work and they are very busy. So before we go into the conspiracy theories, I also want to let you know how can you tell that something is a conspiracy theory. So if you take the word conspiracy, and every word there has a letter. I mean, every letter there has a word. Confusion, it's late in the night. Every letter has a word, and that word will give you an inkling as to why it's a conspiracy theory and not a fact-based assessment. Number one, conspiracies are usually based, the first letter C, based on a counterclaim. So you say, like, for example, COVID-19 is a natural virus. The first conspiracy theory says, no, it's lab. It's because. So it first begins with a counterclaim. That's the first thing. And as with every other conspiracy theory that we've had before, the counterclaim is the first thing that happens. It's just a bit off. It's not totally confused, but it's a bit off the mark. So conspiracy theories begin with a counterclaim. That's the first thing. Number two, they are overblown. They are overblown in the sense that they have either too much information, too much consequence, like, this thing is going to destroy half the population of the world. It's overblown. The description, it could be a small thing, but it's made into a giant. The explanation will include some fantastical language. It's the same kind of messaging that comes with scams. Number three, it's based on new info. New info about an old problem. So, for example, you're told COVID-19. New research has come that proves that COVID-19 was made in a holiday home somewhere in South America. It's a conspiracy theory. They believe something secret, something covert is happening, something behind the scenes, something which can't be explained. That's C for counterclaim, O for overblown, N for new info. Then S is superstitious. Most conspiracy theories involve either spiritual, paranormal, superstitious angle. So you might find that it's like, it's this God punishing the West, or that God punishing the world, or the sin of nature coming back to get you. That's superstition. They play on your superstitious natures, the things that, make you panic, ghosts and stuff that walk in the night. It's usually a form of punishment. So, for example, very much you've heard of the UFOs and the alien abductions and something. It's like the people who are abducted are being punished, or rather maybe being victimized, or basically it's like a punishment of sorts. So, for example, when you say this COVID-19, then you say it's a punishment from God. And then you're like, okay, so what did we do wrong? You have sinned, therefore you will die. ultimately, if you're a man of conscience, you seek God in days of plague. True. But as a conspiracy theory, there is like overwhelming evidence that this is it's overwhelming, overblown evidence that the Lord is coming to punish you. And let's just say, for the avid Bible reader, for example, as a Christian, you may see some kernels of truth in this COVID pandemic. But otherwise, as part of a conspiracy theory, most times the thing that is being theorized is coming to you as a punishment or a victimization of sorts. Number 4, it's immutable. It can't be changed. No matter how much new evidence comes or new science comes, the conspiracy theory stands on its own. And a few of them we shall mention, you shall realize the immutability of that. That one you can't beat. Another one is that they are ridiculous. The thing is that the ridiculousness of the theory is framed in such a way that if you refute it or refuse it, you look uninformed. So it's actually ridiculous. I mean, if somebody were to tell you that some guy, for example, decided to sit in a lab and make the West African Ebola virus and then take it all the way where he made it, take it down to West Africa and then inject somebody and spread the virus. Some nefarious, ridiculous plot. You see, the fact that it is ridiculous puts you in a point of view where you accept it because the ridicule is shrouded in science, or is shrouded in statements like, many scientists have confirmed without a shadow of doubt, no evidence whatsoever. It's cloaked in a veil of knowledge. It's put around wise words so that it can sell. The next one is it's assumed to be true. You will hear it many times said that scientists from around the world have confirmed that this tropical storm has been caused by greenhouse gases. And when you ask who those people are, nobody comes up. Nobody wants to be quoted. Not to go into politics, but many people usually suspect others and say they were involved in some underhand activities based on unnamed sources or based on unsubstantiated facts. But because of the use of a body of authority, like this group of doctors have said that it is possible and likely that this happened. Now, possible, likely is not the same as yes, it happened or no, it didn't. It just creates a doubt in your mind. And most conspiracy theories are built on the supposition rather than the actual fact. Conspiracy theories are expensive. They're expensive because they take away your time. They involve your costs. Some conspiracy theories involve buying of stuff. You buy this brand of underground shelter to protect you from a nuclear holocaust. Yes, I know there are people who build prep bunkers and so on and so forth. However, because of the very nature of conspiracy, it is also used to sell you on something. It's meant to sell you something as well, because the conspirator isn't going away for free. And the last thing about conspiracy following the spelling is that you are the fool. In every conspiracy theory, you are the fool. You don't dare know what's happening. You are not informed. You are behind the news. You are lost in translation. You are the fool. And many times you don't realize that you are the fool in two ways, that you're being fooled. And number two, the conspiracy is built in such a way that access to that knowledge is unknown to you. And hence you are the fool. So you're the one who needs educating. You're the one who needs information to get to know these things. And if you follow through the word conspiracy, so the first thing, C is counterclaim, O is overblown, N is new info, S is superstition, P is punishment, I is immutable, R is ridiculous, A is assumed to be true, C is costly, and Y is you are the fool. Now, more and more times we've had so many conspiracy theories leveled about COVID-19. So I will go through 12 of them. Number one, it is said that COVID-19 escaped from a lab somewhere. I will not name countries. The second one says, no, COVID-19 is a bioweapon meant to kill certain people. Others say, no, COVID-19 was made in the US or some military, paramilitary lab somewhere. No, then there's the 5G one. COVID coronavirus is a 5G byproduct. Then it's, no, Bill Gates wants to sell vaccines. That's why he's brought this coronavirus, so that he can make business for himself. Number 5, it's a money grab. Money is to be made. The big pharmaceuticals are not selling enough tablets and pills and concoctions. They have to create an illness so that they can sell the vaccine. Then one which is very popular was that this is one god, the god of some religion, was punishing the West for the iniquities they had done. While on the other hand, there's another god who was showing that it is it's an end times are coming, that this is a plague. Note it, it's coming. Others were saying it doesn't affect blacks, and for some it doesn't exist. This is just a media hype to sell news. Others are saying that the deaths are overblown and inflated to scare the world. And lastly, some were even saying that GMO foods are involved in this. I could go on and on and on and on. Conspiracy theories are funny as much as they are really propped up for sale. Most of you are facing numerous news on your social media platforms telling you that sometimes you need to swallow this kind of food, that kind of drink to cure yourself from the coronavirus. Yet, if you follow the facts, 80% will survive with mild or asymptomatic conditions. So, literally, 8 out of 10 people will not know they had it. So, your urgency to drink some elixir and mix of some concoction may actually do you more harm than good. Whereas the steps towards a cure, a vaccine, a treatment plan are still ongoing, so we cannot comment on those. It's good to know that conspiracy theories will always exist. They will always exist because there's an willing audience and a willing storyteller. My urgency to you, as usual with all the postings that we do, is that you read for your own, read for yourself, examine the facts yourself. And now that you know the description of a conspiracy theory, the how many points are there? There are like 10 things about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Yeah. For the word conspiracy, the 10 different things that build up a conspiracy theory. Now that you know them, apply them to everything you hear. Because as much as no news is good news, conspiracy theories are misleading news, are fake news. Maybe that's a better way to put it. Don't be caught by the wayside by stories that make no sense. Right now, the most important thing for you to do is to take care of yourself. Cover your face, clear your space, chill at home, wash your hands, and if you're traveling, carry a change of clothes. Also, to safeguard your mental health, connect with your community, chillax. I have to check what those answers. Sorry, I have them right here, so I might as well just say them all over again. Come on, where are you? Yeah. Censor your news. Care for yourself and others. Chillax and connect with your community. And finally, last but not least, have a state of mind of confidence. Have confidence in the things that don't change. And for one, I would say the word of God doesn't change. It keeps you cool when the temperatures are hot. It keeps you cool when the temperatures are cold. It just keeps you cool every time. So I wish you guys a good night. God bless you. Take care. Don't get caught up by conspiracy theories. As much as they are there, they are mostly ridiculous ones. Take time to examine what you're being told under the 10 facets or 10 symptoms or 10 descriptions or 10 fact checks that you need to check on every theory that you receive. And remember that you are responsible for your mental and sane health. You are responsible for your physical health. And let's be a responsible nation by telling people the truth the facts, and the reality, so that we don't have people running after things which don't exist. Thank you, good night, God bless, and see you in the next one.